In this video, I'm going to show you 4 exercises that are targeted towards the multifidus muscles in your lower back. Now, in my previous video, I talked about how after an injury or maybe after a period of disuse that these multifidus muscles can shrink or atrophy. And the space where those muscles sit, which is just in and around the spine, can get filled with fat. And this is called fatty infiltration. Now, fatty infiltration has been linked with lower back pain, degenerative disc disease, spinal instability, among other things. So it's really important to make sure that these muscles are nice and strong. Now, these 4 exercises I'm going to show you start from very simple to a little bit more complicated. And as with any exercise type video, please check with your health professional before you start doing them, just to make sure it's safe for you to do. We really don't want to have any accidents here. So let's have a look at this first exercise. So the first thing you can do is just simply get out there and go for a walk. So for me, walking is one of the best things you can do for your body. It's good for your joints, it's good for your cardiorespiratory system, it's good for a whole bunch of things, and it turns out it's actually also quite good for your back. There has been some studies that have shown that walking can help strengthen your back. And one particular study, which was looking at the multifidus muscle, found that walking at a reasonable pace and walking uphill tended to activate the multifidus muscles a little bit more than if you're walking slowly and walking on the flat surface. So if you are out for a walk, try and pick up the pace a little bit, try and find some hills to go up, and hopefully that'll help you start to strengthen your back. Now, a slightly different version of walking would be backwards walking. This is often referred to as retro walking, and again, there's been some studies that have shown that walking backwards can help people with back pain. As an added bonus, it's also good for things like posture and knee health as well. So if you have sore knees, backwards walking can also be a good option. So check out the knees over toes guide for more information on that. Now, the second exercise here is some of those more traditional core exercises. So the core is like a ring of muscle. So people often think of core and think of six pack, but also actually works all the way around. And some of these traditional core exercises actually do target the lower back as well. Now, one of the main exercises is the bird dog exercise, and this has been shown to be good for activating the multifidus muscle, along with some of those other small stabilizing muscles in your lower back, and that's a really good option. Another study looked at the traditional glute bridge and found that the glute bridge, along with activating some of your TVAs and so forth, also activated the multifidus muscle, and in particular, a single leg glute bridge tended to activate it the most. Now, if you wanted to find out a little bit more about some of these more traditional core exercises, check out some of Stuart McGill's work. It's a really good resource for helping to stabilize your lower back. Now, the third exercise here is spinal extension on the Roman chair. Now, this is fast becoming one of my all-time favorite exercises, so much so that I've actually bought a Roman chair to use myself. I've been using it regularly over the last 4 to 6 weeks, and I've noticed a really big improvement. Now, I've learned a lot of the intricacies with this particular exercise through the Low Back Ability page here on YouTube, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out, because he goes through this in a lot of detail, and there's a lot of really useful videos on there. And one of the reasons I like it is the progressions that he runs you through. This starts from an easier type exercise, which is simply an isometric hold on the Roman chair, and that progressively gets difficult to single leg isometric hold, to then going through some of that nice gentle hinging with a straight back and a rounded back, and progressing as you get stronger to lifting weights and so forth. Having these progressions is really important, because we don't want to just jump on there and do a really complicated exercise and potentially hurt ourselves. And the other reason why I quite like this low back ability approach is some of the benchmarks you need to reach before moving on. So for example, the gold standard for this simple isometric hold is 2 minutes. And he says if you can't hold this position for 2 minutes, then you're not ready to progress to the next one. And even though 10 minutes sounds reasonably easy, it's actually quite difficult when you do it. So if you are at the gym and you have a Roman chair there, try it out and see how it feels. But definitely check out the Low Back Ability page for more information on this. And the knees over toes guy also talks about some of these lumbar or spinal extension type exercises as well. So check out his site as well. So the fourth exercise here is some of those more traditional heavy exercises. So think things like deadlifts, farmer's carries, suitcase carries. There's been a lot of research to show how beneficial these are for getting a strong, stable back. One of the thoughts here is they tend to be more of a global strength rather than trying to specifically target some of those small ones. And this is why some of those earlier simple core exercises can be a really good place to start, especially if you have a current lower back injury or a history of lower back injuries as well. Now, as with any of these heavy lifts, technique is really important with these. So you want to make sure that you get your technique checked, make sure it's good. So check with your health professional, your PT, to make sure that you are safe to do these. We really don't want to have any aggravations, and these exercises are a common irritant for the lower back. I'll probably have at least one person a week who'll come in that's hurt their back doing deadlifts at the gym, so we want to be really careful. So there you have those 4 exercises that were designed to target the multifidus and other lower back musculature. So if you have a sore lower back, you have a history of lower back pain, or maybe you just want to have a strong, stable back and try and prevent some injuries in the first place, these exercises are a great place to start. Of course, we want to start nice and easy, work our way up through those exercises to the harder ones as your body is capable and as you are able to handle it. Now, if you have any questions about any of these, please let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer those for you. And also, if you haven't watched my previous video on the anatomy of this multifidus muscle and why it's so important to make sure it's strong and functional, go check it out, because I think it puts all of this into perspective and it'll make you realize how important this muscle is. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.